Welcome to this AgDrive video tutorial. In this video we're going to look at timesheets in AgDrive. We've recently made some changes to the timesheets in AgDrive. You can now record manual timesheets, which is your classic retrospective timesheets, as well as we've just introduced a clocking in, clocking out system for timesheets as well. To actually change the timesheeting mode between the particular operators, you do this by going to the team member section, and you can actually click on the desired operator and click on edit settings. From here you can then change their start time and end time on there, as well as break time, as well as change their desired timesheeting mode on there. So you can have individual operators set to either clocking in or manual timesheets. To actually set everyone in the business onto that particular timesheet mode, you can do this by clicking on your name in the top right hand corner, go into business, scrolling down, and then choosing your desired timesheet mode on there. This means so whenever you invite a new operator on, they will automatically be put onto the clocking in, clocking out mode as shown here. To start a clock in, clock out timesheet entry, just press the play button in the top right hand corner. You'll then be prompted to clock in and just press clock in from there. And then you'll see the timer in the top right hand corner going, and that will show that you are clocked in. You can then also click on the play button again in the top right hand corner and take a break, or even clock out if you wish. To actually take a break, click on the icon in the top right hand corner, and then from here I can then just press take break. Once I do that, it's then starting the timer for the break time. And then all you need to do is just leave that running until you would like to end the break and continue with your timesheet. To end my break, all I need to do is just press end break, and then we'll then be back onto our normal work timing from there. And finally, to clock out, click on the timer in the top right hand corner. And then all you need to do now is just press the red button, clock out, confirm that you want to clock out, and then that's your timesheet entry done. If you did have any recorded jobs, you'll be able to see them in here. As well as with the new timesheet changes, you can now put in half-day holidays as well as full-day holidays as well by literally clicking on a particular day, and you can put in whether you're off for the full day or for one half or second half. And then as well, same with if you were to put in any sick days as well, again on there also. You can also view your timesheet summary by clicking on this date range on here, and so I could click on it for the month. So say if an operator did want to actually see their total working hours for the month or that time period, they can do. Same with sick days, and then also same with holidays as well. What's also new is that you can actually do multiple timesheet entries on a particular day. So say if you were doing shift work, you can actually work from one time period, and then later on in the day you can then clock in and clock out again and put in another timesheet entry on there with the clocking in, clocking out system as well. For recording a manual timesheet entry, all you need to do is click on a particular day, press add, and then from there you'll just have to put in your start time, which is all done in quarter-of-an-hour intervals, and same for your end time as well. And then you could also write in your particular break time on there, travel time, as well as any notes on that particular day as well. I can also put in any half-day holidays on there, as well as actually request any sick days as well on here as well. Again, as I was showing you on the clocking in, clocking out timesheets, you can also view your summary on here as well very easily. If you wanted to see your summary for all the hours that you've done over a particular time period, you can bring those up on there as well. Once your operators have started recording a few timesheet entries on the mobile app, you'll be able to then view all the timesheet entries that the operators have done for doing the payroll on the AgDrive web dashboard. So to do this, you'd go to the timesheeting section down the left hand side on the blue bar on here. From here, you'll then be able to view all your team members' timesheet entries, whether it's done by, you'll be able to filter it by all members or by the particular individual. You can also do it by the type, so you can also view any holidays on here as well, or you can just view every single timesheet entry onto here. You can also view it by the review status, so if you do have any holidays that have been requested, you can then deal with those separately as well. And then same for the work status as well. So if you do have users that are using the clocking in, clocking out system, you can see what any timesheet entries that are currently in progress at the moment on there as well. And you can finally filter the timesheets by the date range as well on here. So to actually view a timesheet entry that's been done via clock in, clock out, we can see that this particular timesheet entry here has been done by clock in, clock out because it has in brackets recorded. Anything that's been done via the manual timesheet mode will just say working under there, whereas on here it's got it recorded under here as well. So if I just click on this particular timesheet entry on here, it's then got the geo tags on here, so it shows exactly when I started work on this particular timesheet entry, and I can click on the timeline to actually see when I've started work at 6 minutes to 7. Then I can actually view when I've gone on break, and then when I've actually started work again on there, and then lastly when I've actually completed work on here as well in green. Underneath we've got all the particulars on there in regard to what time we started, what time we finished, and that would be separated out if you did do multiple clock in, clock outs, you'd be able to see those all under there as well. On this particular timesheeting page, we've also got the job work time section on here. So if I did have a recorded job on here, it would actually show the total amount of time that I've actually recorded on a AgDrive job recording. So you can very easily see based on the working hours recorded on the timesheet against the AgDrive job work time as to pretty much how much free time that they may have also spent on maintenance and other bits around the yard. I can also press show jobs on this particular timesheet entry, and I can actually see all the jobs that have currently been done on that particular timesheet entry as well, very similar to how we had it on previous versions of AgDrive as well. For doing the payroll, as well as using the filters to actually get the particular hours or holidays of a particular operator, you can also generate reports very easily by pressing generate report in the top right hand corner. You can do this based on a single operator or by multiple operators or by all the operators. So in this instance I'm just going to use this particular time period as an example. Press download. I can then open up that timesheet summary, and on here I've got all the individual operators on there. I've got the holidays, the sick days on there, their actual working time on there, their payroll hours. So as you can see, for this particular operator, the work time was 15 hours 37 minutes. For that reason, we've then rounded that down to 15 hours and a half for the payroll hours on there. We actually round up to the nearest quarter of an hour, whether that's under 7.5 minutes or above 7.5 minutes on there. And then we've also got our break time, job work time on there, and job travel time on there as well. If I was to actually generate a report based on a single operator, it would give the information in a bit more detail. So if I just do this again now for this particular operator here, if I scroll down, we've got when there's been no timesheet entries, the actual days on there, and then also the individual start time and finish times on there if we've used the clocking in, clocking out for more than one timesheet shift on there as well. And then we've got the totals down the bottom as well. Again, like the previous versions of AgDrive, you can also download the information into Excel if you wish to do your own further analysis or just to have your own backup on there as well. Thank you very much for watching this AgDrive video tutorial. I'll leave our contact details in the description below. If you have any questions or queries, please do get in touch. Thank you very much for watching.